Chris Cuomo has been fired from CNN. All right. For doing what? Helping out his brother. Helping out fucking family, dude. Bing bong. Chris Cuomo's out.
Got 1 year
And in to end.
This situation is unlike anything I could have imagined.
Chris Cuomo was one of CNN's most popular anchors.
I love you very much. Thank you for coming on the show.
But after multiple women accused then-Governor Andrew Cuomo of sexual misconduct, Chris Cuomo did not acknowledge the scandal on his show and was later found to have advised his brother's team on its response, something Cuomo apologized for in August.
It was a unique situation being a brother to a politician in a scandal and being part of the media.
Oh, yeah, totally, dude. Real unique. Except it's not, okay? And the side of this conversation that I am, like, really frustrated by is not even necessarily using your resources to, like, unmask potential future accusers, you know, getting as much information as you can about those sources from your own resources as a person in the media. It's that, like, this conflict of interest has always existed. It has always existed within the Chris Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo relationship. And so much so that CNN banked off of it. And that's why Zucker originally defended Cuomo until it got to a point where he could not defend him any longer. And that conflict of interest still exists. The media is incredibly nepotistic. Okay. A lot of people are related to one another. A lot of these like top journalists come from a long line of journalists or a long line of like people in politics and whatnot. It's just how it is.
I tried to do the right thing.
But last week's release of documents from the New York Attorney General's office showed the younger Cuomo was far more involved in his brother's strategy and defense. And on Tuesday, CNN suspended him. By Saturday, Cuomo was fired. In a statement, a CNN spokesperson said,
even Anderson Cooper, brother, Anderson Cooper is a Vanderbilt. Like, what are you talking about?
We had cause to terminate. When new allegations came to us this week, we took them seriously and saw no reason to delay taking immediate action. That allegation alleges sexual misconduct by Chris Cuomo from a client of attorney Deborah Katz, who also represents one of the women alleging sexual misconduct by Andrew Cuomo. Katz contacted CNN on Wednesday, the day after Cuomo was suspended.
What was it that ultimately led to the firing of Chris Cuomo?
I think it very much depends what angle you look at it from.
David Folkenflik is a media reporter for NPR.
There's no way to disentangle the firing of Chris Cuomo from the nature of the allegation lodged against him several days ago. The fact that it was actually a sexual harassment accusation against this major TV star.
There's a couple things that I find to be really strange about this story. One, it's just like you could literally murder people and the media is like whatever. But when it comes to like Me Too stuff, the media eats it up like crazy. Okay. And obviously, like, this is not to say sexual harassment in the workplace is not a serious issue. It 100% is. This is not to say that Andrew Cuomo didn't deserve to be fired from his job. He 100% does deserve to be fired from his job. But it's wild to me. So many other instances of like Andrew Cuomo being fucking horrible. All the way ranging back to like cutting Medicaid and Medicare spending in the state, or even like offering immunity and legal protection to some of his donors that owned fucking nursing homes when like people were just dropping like flies within those nursing homes, hiding that information, hiding nursing home deaths from the official record. Like that sort of stuff was the media's coverage on that is just like, who cares? Yeah, whatever. That was just, you know, that's the cost of doing business. You know what I mean? And it is it's just like insane to me. Equally bad? What do you mean equally? No, it's not equally bad. One is like straight up fucking murder, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? They're both bad, and I admit that, but that's a crazy thing to just put out there. You know, there's no recovery from death, okay? Especially at the thousands. And not only that, but even before that, like again, that's horrible, horrifying. But part of the reason why New York took a fucking fat hit on COVID early on is because like all the poor neighborhoods that rely on Medicaid already had like a crippled healthcare infrastructure And all of that stuff was known when Cuomo was being celebrated as a hero. Both should be career ending. Absolutely. Absolutely agreed, by the way. That is not a, you will not hear a disagreement from me on that.
Bing bong.
But one is seen as the cost of doing business, and the other is what gets like, what is the final straw? The reason why I find that really interesting is because Time's Up and Me Too, or at least some of the actors within that movement, or rather some of the people that are saying like this is unacceptable and wrong, or have said that to others, literally straight up have shown that they don't give a fuck about it. Like they just do not care about sexual assault or harassment in the workplace or anywhere for that matter, considering that there were people involved with Time's Up that were defending Andrew Cuomo. Like they were a part of Andrew Cuomo's team. And it's fucking wild, dude. It's wild to see liberals truly weaponize this sort of stuff against those they perceive to be progressive or against those that they perceive to be a threat, while simultaneously behind closed doors, they're just like, yeah, fuck them. Fire every woman. I will never forget Liz Smith straight up being like, can't you fire every woman? Fire every woman that works for you. That to me is like the perfect summarization of how much liberals actually care about like cleaning up the workplace and punishing bad behavior and truly moving into an evolved society where women are protected. Now, this isn't to say that like Republicans that point this out aren't deeply hypocritical themselves. They are, and they're monsters. Okay? Republicans say this all the time. Except they're fucking monsters, right? They do the exact same shit, if not worse, and don't even give a fuck. Bye-bye, Cuomo. Here, let's, in honor of Cuomo.
So we couldn't be outside last year. Where we at? Outside! What is your message to Cuomo right now?
Rot in hell, you son of a bitch!
Cuomo, you put pineapple on your pizza and you get no pussy!
You're next, de Blasio. You're fucking next. You're next. We on your ass, boy. We on your ass, boy.
If she say no, you gotta go!
The Italians don't claim that kid Cuomo. We don't fuck with him. We don't fuck with that kid Cuomo. Get the fuck out of here.
We got Trump in the fucking silky on Union Square.
Cuomo, don't you get away with this shit? When I see you, I'm gonna grab you by your fucking neck!
We're replacing Cuomo with Bobby Shmurda!
Bobby for governor! Bobby for governor!
Come on, get no pussy! Come on, get no pussy! Come on, get no pussy! Come on, get no pussy!
Anyway, I mean, what can I say that hasn't been said already? So yeah. Now, one other part of this process that goes back to the weaponization of like social justice and causes like that is the never-ending cycle where like other liberals in the media are like, oh yeah, well, it's family. Cuomo is doing something for his family. Like Chris Cuomo is like helping out his family. It's whatever. Yeah, he should get fucking yeeted, but it's still for family, whatever. Okay. What about the non-family part? What about the non-familial, like, people that work on Andrew Cuomo's crisis PR team or people that are part of Cuomo's PR team that are straight the fuck up doing the exact same thing? What about every single instance where the revolving door, including at fucking CBS Mornings and every other facet of mainstream media, is very much alive? Because if you get mad at fucking Andrew Cuomo and Chris Cuomo, you have to recognize... Okay, and I'm saying this towards all the liberals that are like, you know, oh, what the fuck? This is crazy. This is madness. But the relationship between Andrew Cuomo and Chris Cuomo is existent for every single fucking media operative and the DC mouthpieces and DC operatives that have a close relationship so they can manipulate media in whatever way they want to.
Whose journalistic fault was game planning and strategizing.
Sorry if I'm ignorant. I'm fairly new to you. I've heard some of your VODs have you get mad at people that are liberal. So are you just more left-leaning than them? And if you're on the left side, wouldn't it be rather a person on the left side being charged than a person on the right side? What? No, dude. Bad is bad, okay? It doesn't matter. This isn't my favorite sports team from my city beating your sports team, okay?
To protect the political career of his brother when it was enveloped by accusations of sexual harassment.
A spokesperson for Chris Cuomo called the misconduct allegations untrue, adding if the goal in making these false and unvetted accusations was to see Mr. Cuomo punished by CNN, that may explain his unwarranted termination. I think a lot of people here had questions about credibility. I mean, there's a lot more even that we don't know about. But
like, if people in the media are fucking asking questions about credibility, then they have to re-examine their close relationship with lobbyists and PR people that they have on their fucking broadcast to come talk about, in an unbiased manner, whatever kind of fucking multinational corporation that those people are literally getting fat checks from. Oh man, it's so, oh God, what about the conflict of interest within the media? It's like, yeah, no, you're right. It exists in every facet of the media. Like, it exists in every part of the media. I don't know CBS Mornings is like lineup, but I'm sure after that they probably has some fucking person that literally as a lawyer worked for AT&T talking about how net neutrality is not great. Like, they do this shit all the time. They have people that have done PR for Big Pharma or have gotten the bag from fucking Big Pharma come in and give an unbiased opinion on how Medicare for all will never work in America. And that is how you manufacture consent.
Enough that CNN felt they had to make a move.
You don't abuse your position in journalism for personal or financial gain. His brother was being accused of sexual misconduct.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, what Chris Cuomo did is completely unacceptable. What Chris Cuomo also did is, while still being completely unacceptable, more acceptable than the fucking thing that everyone does in media, okay? Every single person. Straight up. Every single fucking person. Every part of mainstream media is doing exactly that, but instead of like a familial bond, they're doing it because they get money. Okay?